Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. We talked about Lauri Markkanen, and I asked him how he wanted his players to guard him tonight, and he said we can't afford to lose sight of him out on the perimeter because he's a big that can really shoot it, especially when he's operating in the pick and roll. It'll be interesting to see how Markkanen fares against them in this one. Guys, back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. The Jazz have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. George, no good.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Randall, the pass to McDaniels. The floater, and the layup is good.
Smart idea from McDaniels, looking to convert inside.
On offense, here's Utah. It's a three-point game, and offensive rebounding, one of Rudy Gobert's specialties, Grant.
Yeah, in some games, over half his points come from second-chance opportunities. You know, B.A., even when you block him out, he can reach right over you and get that board.
Well, once Edwards saw his opening, it was game over. He delights in sticking it to you like this.
George passes to Williams. Markkanen with a screen on Edwards. Down low. And Markkanen with the stuff.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Here's DiVincenzo. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Here's Markkanen. The kick out to Williams. Nurkic, a screen on Edwards. Pass to Nurkic. Clock at 4. And it's all from three-point range.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Edwards, a pass to Gobert. It's stolen by Nurkic. And he's going for the lob. And Markkanen with the stuff.
Markkanen showing his athleticism, soaring to hammer home the alley-oop.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Here's Edwards. The rebound by Markkanen. Jazz trail by 3. Here's George. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And for Nurkic, one of his key attributes, the ability to keep the play alive on the glass.
DiVincenzo with the steal. Outside Edwards. Outside McDaniels. George with a steal. To the middle. Here's Markkanen over Edwards. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by George. George has got his 4th assist with that last one. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for Utah.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. And over the 5 decades of the Jazz franchise history, almost half of those years they were coached by the great Jerry Sloan.
Well, the Jazz were a team that took on Jerry Sloan's toughness and a willingness to fight at all times. Those days are in the past, but they still echo in Utah.
Utah making a switch here. Anderson's checked in.
Number 2, Kyle Anderson.
Here's Collier. He's guarded by Conley. Anderson with a screen. Here's Collier. It doesn't go for him. And it's Conley with the ball for Minnesota. They trail by 3. And here's Dillingham from the arc. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Filipowski. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's Conley. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Yeah, a guy with Conley's consistency is trouble inside. Those high-percentage looks are often effortless for him.
Here's Collier. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
Out left to the wing. Pass to Conley. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. And here's Dillingham from the arc. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Boy, oh boy. Both teams lighting it up to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their team.
Now here's Anderson. No points so far. Here's Mikhailuk. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
And it's good. But hang on here. The officials may want to take a look at it on the replay.
The ruling on the floor
They
is
are going to
confirmed.
review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time or not?
And there's really plenty of time remaining in this game, so you want to make sure the right call was made.
And the ruling is in. The call stands. No bucket. So no change in the score as we end the quarter.
Good move to review that shot. That was really close to counting.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Utah ahead, leading by a point. And we'll return shortly. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. Yeah, what stands out to you from Utah in this one?
You know, they've been relentless in how they attack the paint.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Randall at power forward with Reed at center. Dillingham out there with Mike Conley. And it's Clark in at small forward. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
That one drops for him.
Showing great vision and delivering the pass out in front.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 3 from outside here in this one. While we have a small sample size of Isaiah Collier, he has shown impressive flashes so far.
Yeah, B.A., I really like how confident he is. When he's out on the floor, he carries himself like he belongs here. A confident mentality can go a long way for a young player.
Here's Collier. For 3, George. Clark grabs the board. Right side Reed. Pass to Randall. Clark outside. Here's Dillingham. Back to Clark. To the right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Randall can't hit. The Jazz have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Timberwolves have elite shot creation, but it's finding that balance. Anthony Edwards said, "I'm wired to score the ball. I'm going to showcase my game, so it's hard to find that balance of when to pass and when to keep it and try to get it going. Sometimes I feel like the right play is me." Back to you.
Fills it up with the best. Okay, Allie, good stuff. Edwards, he's checked in for Minnesota. And a switch here also for Utah. Markkanen's checked in. It's Edwards on the wing. Back to Conley. It's Edwards on the wing. Shoots over Collier. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. And that's now 7 points for Anthony Edwards. Utah trailing here. There's the screen. Pass to Sensabaugh. And a miss there on the triple. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the
Oh, wow! Look out! Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Now here's Markkanen. Drives to the hoop, and he banks in the layup.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Here's Edwards. Edwards rises up and powers it down.
Well, Conley is an excellent decision maker and floor general for this team.
Jazz trail by 3. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Here's Sensabaugh. Gets the 3 ball to go. Sensabaugh's got 5 now.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling into the story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves. There remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'd love to hear it. All right, Shams, thank you for the report. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And now a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
Yeah, and anytime there's contact in there with Randall, he usually gets the best of it.
George finds Markkanen. From outside, off the mark.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Clark, the pass to Conley. Randall outside. And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow, Julius Randall. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And Minnesota with some changes. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Julius Randle. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Clark. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Conley. Then for Utah, Nurkic is checked in for Filipowski. Bailey comes in for Sensabaugh. And Mikhailuk subbed in for George. Here's Mikhailuk. Markkanen outside. Three-pointer. Ooh, Markkanen, confident from long range.
Just a great setup for Markkanen. All he needed to do was shoot in rhythm.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul.
A great job to establish position and square up.
Williams is checked in for Mikhailuk.
Williams.
Jazz trail by 3. It's blocked by Gobert.
Well, Rudy loves erasing shots. Every chance he gets, he'll take a swipe at you.
The kick out to Edwards. Back to Daniels. Jacks up a 3. Williams grabs the board. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Jazz. And Williams punches it home.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
Looking nimble on the drive. This is why Gobert's teammates and coaches encourage him to knife his way inside.
Pass to Markkanen. 43 seconds left in the first half. Can't hit it from 12 feet.
But when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
DiVincenzo finds Gobert. Edwards for 3. Utah with the rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
The kick out to Williams. Pass to Bailey. Utah moving the ball around. Markkanen for 3. Hits the trifecta. Markkanen's got 6 points in the quarter.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's McDaniels. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Taking a look at the Jazz. We've got George, Lauri Markkanen out there with Bailey. Then it's Williams, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. When it comes to Randall, he's had doubters over the years, Stan, but his talent's undeniable.
Yeah, B.A., look, there's no question Randall's ability to score and rebound down low. And his post-passing gets overlooked sometimes, too. Well, just look at that power. Edwards is unbelievable.
Williams from long range. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got 5 assists tonight.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Now here's Williams. 5 points in the game. Randall pulls down the board. The Timberwolves lead by 4. Gobert showing his skill inside.
Well, given how tall and lengthy Gobert is, it makes sense why he looks to score inside. Nice bucket there.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Reed's checked in for Edwards. Jazz trail by 6. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Rudy Gobert talked about his objectives. He said, my goal is to be the best defender ever, and now my only focus is to win a championship and to keep impacting my team. Keep trying to make my team the top defense in the league. I think that's the best measure of an all-time defender. Guys, back to you.
He can lock it down. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Stan, you look at Naz Reid, he gives you some size, but he is a dangerous scorer, especially from the perimeter.
Absolutely, B.A. And also, Reid is one of the most entertaining players to watch. So many deflections, blocks, dunks, hits threes. He does it all.
Collier, he's checked in for Utah. Pass to Markkanen. There's the triple. The 3 is up. Knocks it down from distance. Markkanen's got 17.
Yeah, Markkanen's staying after it. He has got it going.
Outside for Randall. They double Randall. Pass to Conley. Now Reed. 6 on the shot clock. Minnesota needs to get off a shot. McDaniels finds Reed for 3. Conley. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Jazz trail by 3. His first shot coming late. Kicks it out to Markkanen for the tie. Offensive board. Nurkic. And finally they hit one. Give him 8.
Yeah, in the paint, Nurkic can be a monster. He's got all the physical gifts he needs to dominate.
To the left wing. Reed against Markkanen. Pass to Randall. That one's good, and it's Conley who picks up the assist. Conley's got 6 assists in the game. Utah's gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Here's Bailey. McDaniels covering. Bailey, the pass to Nurkic. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Changes for Minnesota. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Anthony Edwards comes in for Reed. And it's Highland in for Randall. Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah. And here's Bailey for three. It's rebounded by Minnesota. And a contract extension this summer for Jazz head coach Will Hardy.
Well, one of the youngest head coaches in the league. He has the respect of all of the other head coaches.
Get up, Anthony Edwards!
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Here's Collier. Pass to Bailey. And here's Markkanen. Tries it from 19. McDaniels with the rebound.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
And stolen by Markkanen. Highland against George. On the take. Here's Collier for the tie. Unable to get that one. Now here's Highland. Tight defense on him. And it's rejected.
A huge bonus to Bailey's game. The ability to close out shooters, stop shots with his length and agility.
Pass to Collier. George outside. From downtown. Drains the triple. George has got 5.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Pass to Filipowski. And DiVincenzo comes to help. Here's Bailey. McDaniels covering. And Bones Highland gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. A different look here for Utah. Hendricks is checked in for Markkanen. Mikhailu comes in for Bailey. And Sensabaugh subbed in for George.
Too easy for a guy of his caliber. The D must put up more of a fight down there.
Yeah, they can't let him even get into that space. If he gets good position on the block, it's trouble.
Kicks it out to Clark. Here's Juzang, covered by Filipowski. 5 to shoot. Here's Reed. Soft touch off the glass. Reed's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stats. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
Some impressive scoring and still a quarter to go. Who will gain the upper hand in the fourth? And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guard. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Randall at power forward with Reed at center. Mike Conley out there with Dillingham. And it's Clark in at the small forward position. So that's the lineup from Minnesota. Here's Filipowski off the left rim and out. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here.
It's simple. Turnovers mean you lose shot opportunities, and your opponent can get easy hoops.
And Minnesota making a change here. Edwards is checked in. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He tried to loosen the tension a little, asking his guys, "Are we having fun? I know I am. Just relax out there and follow the game plan. We've got this."
Thank you for that, Allie.
That's what Reed brings to the table. He's got an impressive combination of strength and mobility.
Pass to Sensabaugh. There's a screen. Here's Hendricks. George for three. Fires in the triple. And the Jazz lead by 1.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Edwards for three. Anthony Edwards range one in.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Inside, here's Filipowski. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Oh, Edwards just pulling his way inside.
Just a ferocious play by Edwards. Taking the contact, but staying committed to his finish.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Minnesota. Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Utah. Here's Sensabaugh. Clark covers. Hits a three-pointer. Markkanen's got 20.
I mean, let me remind you, Markkanen is 7 feet tall. It's incredible how he shoots it so well from deep.
And it's Randall with the jam.
Oh, Randall put some extra on that slam, entertaining the fans and the broadcasters.
Here's Collier, guarded by Edwards. Pass to Sensabaugh. Randall pulls down the board. The Timberwolves have got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle. Stan, Rudy Gobert. He can be a double-double machine, but his real importance is on the defensive end.
Yeah, he's been named Defensive Player of the Year 4 times, which is tied for the most in NBA history, B.A., and he's been the anchor of multiple top-ranked defenses throughout his career.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Nurkic is checked in for Filipowski. Bailey comes in for Sensabaugh. And Williams is subbed in for Collier. Randall, the pass to Gobert. Book it. And it's Randall with the assist. Coming down the stretch. It's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Markkanen with a screen on Edwards. Now Markkanen. 4 on the clock. Now George. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
Well, check out George showing up in the big moment, showing how ready he is to be that guy.
Book it! That one goes!
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch gene.
George against Conley. Nurkic outside. Here's Markkanen from deep. Gobert pulls it down.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
The Jazz have gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the 4th. George fires, and he gets it from 15.
And he's a crafty scorer for a young player. George is always going to find the gaps in the defense.
And Chris Finch has called timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Jaden McDaniels, he's checked in for Minnesota. DiVincenzo comes in for Conley. McDaniels outside. Now Edwards. McDaniels outside. Now Edwards. Ooh, using two hands to power it down.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Utah. They trail by 1. Nurkic a screen on Randall. Here's Nurkic. Oh, the slam off a fantastic lead pass. What a play.
Oh, the big man, Nurkic, from super close range.
Randall outside. Owning the post right there.
Oh, rugged competitor. Randall's teammates trust his ability to make plays in big moments.
Second team foul.
And Randall no good on that one. Utah's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the 4th. And the basket is good.
Oh, moments like this speak to Bailey's level of confidence. This rookie doesn't back down from the spotlight at all.
Edwards.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
He sinks the clutch free throw. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Well, he's got to be disappointed that he wasn't able to take the lead, but at least he evened things up.
Markkanen nails it.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
You want Randall with the ball in his hands towards the end of these games. Prime example right there.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Markkanen outside. Gobert pulls it down. Randall.
Yeah, nice play by Randall. He can take up space in there and has great short area quickness.
This might be a turning point.
Massive possession here.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
Miller's checked in for Edwards. One second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker. So he comes up empty, missing both.
Not the result he or his teammates were hoping for. He could have put this one away.
Markkanen against McDaniels. Markkanen looking it over. And so it's Minnesota who scrapes by with a win. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Anthony Edwards.
버릇처럼 내가 나를